Hey guys, I just got off my Black Friday opening shift at Urban and I had to go in at like 3:30. And it wasn't so bad. Everyone says like, "Oh, it's gonna be so terrible," but I actually had a good time. Like it's fun. I've never not had a good time working there. Like the people there are cool and it's fun. So anyway, before I go get some much needed sleep, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to do it the day before yesterday and I wanted to do it yesterday. And I feel like if I don't do it right now, then it's not gonna get done. So and if you've been watching on my From My Balcony channel, you over the last 4 days I've been posting a series of videos from the same time that the alley was being cleaned, and today is the last one in that series. It'll be 4 videos, so check that out and let me know what you think. Let me know which one's your favorite of those four. And this is what I wanted to talk about. I mean, everyone does this like, what are you thankful for on Thanksgiving, type thing. And while Thanksgiving, now that I am a little bit older and an artist and can put things into like retrospective, um, I am starting to realize how terrible and violent of a holiday Thanksgiving is, especially having come from a place where I have a lot of Native American blood. Um, it's almost like that Native American blood has been raped and pillaged into me, and or I guess the white blood has, but I don't know. It's like a bittersweet holiday for me to celebrate now. However, I feel like being an artist that makes me like search for more meaning in it, and I should ignore that in order to acknowledge the traditions which are there for a good reason, to remind you to be thankful for things. And so, since I didn't get to go home for Thanksgiving, I stayed at home. One thing I'm thankful for is that the Cowboys are at the top of their division. But I stayed here and we had like a bachelor's Thanksgiving. We didn't even have an oven, so we made steaks on the stovetop, and they were amazing. Bowden made some amazing steaks, and in fact, we're gonna go chop up the last one and make tacos out of it here in a sec. But I'm thankful for the Cowboys winning, and I'm thankful that I had a few roommates who got to stay home with me and get drunk and hang out all day and have a great time. And I actually had a really good Thanksgiving, so I'm happy about that. Although I did get a cold, and it made me just want to sit there and do nothing the whole time, but I'm okay. So, but the thing that I noticed a couple days ago that I had never really acknowledged about living in LA and why something I'm thankful for in living in LA is the radio here. I hear a lot. Like I'm from Sacramento, and we had pretty terrible radio stations up there. One good thing is Sacramento did have a lot of. There's been a lot of really famous bands to come out of Sacramento. Um, so I mean, not really famous, but like Papa Roach came out of Lodi, which is like Sacramento area. There's a really huge metal scene there, and a lot of really good metal. And while I'm not the biggest metal fan, I can appreciate it. And I went to a bunch of metal shows. Metal shows are always fun if you can avoid getting in a fight with some dumbass like overly macho guy that goes to metal shows to prove how tough he is. It's really fun, and I had a lot of friends who were in metal bands, and they're usually really down to earth guys, and a lot of fun to hang out with. So I was happy for that. But moving to LA, I mean, I grew up on hip hop, so for me, there was a lot of different aspects of hip hop that were so like vibrant, and it's a very well-rounded genre. There's a lot of different kinds of musicians within the genre, and one thing that really stuck out to me is realizing, because anytime you realize that your mom is wrong, and I'm sorry, Mom, if you watch this video, and Sarah and Aspen don't think that Mom's wrong because she's right about everything all the time. But one thing that she wasn't 100% right on is that all rap was like really bad, and that there wasn't any okay rap. And the reason why she thought that is because of LA's contribution to hip hop and to rap. There was this huge, like, when she was thinking of, I remember one time she found a couple of CDs that I had someone make for me that were like hip hop mixtapes, and she heard them. She got really mad, and I grew up in a really like traditionally Christian household, so that isn't something that's okay. And there's a lot of the music I was listening to, I wouldn't let my kids listen to at the age I was listening to them. So my dad kind of let me sometimes, but my mom definitely didn't. And she was like, there's songs that say you're gonna go kill a cop. Do you want to go kill a cop, Jacob? Your uncle's a cop. I remember her saying that to me, and I remember I had never heard a song that said that, and so I was wondering what she was talking about. And what she was talking about is the way the media had kind of taken hip hop from this really heavily like gang focused hip hop of L.A. like when I guess Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Tupac and Corrupt and Exhibit and all those guys were just blowing the hell up. And NWA, I guess NWA is probably where it first really came from. All that stuff kind of happened in LA. So when I come down here and I hear the radio stations here play like the 93.5 that plays only old school hip hop. So it's like the only station that I listen to unless it's on a commercial. I'll listen to something else, but I pretty much listen to that station exclusively. When I get to listen to this music and realize that I'm there, like the music's happening and I'm in the place that the song that I'm listening to changed the landscape of music for the entire world. It's a really powerful thing, and I'm really happy to be there because there's not a lot of people that get to be in a place like that. I don't know that there's any place in the world that has had as many contributions to hip hop. New York, yeah, it came from there, but in terms of where hip hop is now, I feel like a lot of the major changes have happened in California and namely in LA. I'm really thankful that I got to be up in Sacramento when the hyphy movement happened, and while I wasn't actually in it because I wasn't in the Bay, Sacramento is kind of like the Bay's little baby cousin, and so I still got to experience that a lot and like ghost ride and do all like get dumb and do all those things. So it was fun. And then coming down here, there's this whole Bay to LA movement right now in hip hop, and I get to be a part of that as well. So I'm really happy about it, and I'm really proud, like very proud about that, and I'm really thankful for that. So that's one thing that, while there's things that I'm much more thankful for, like my family and my health, obviously, I'm thankful for this one thing that I otherwise would have overlooked. So if there's anything that you guys can think of that you feel that you're thankful for, but you normally would overlook because you were kind of like born into it, just some random privilege that you have based on whatever circumstances you were provided in your life, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.